Welcome to the Astrotherapy podcast. I am your host, Ciela Winter, and I am thrilled to dive deep into the inner realms of provocative thought while discovering an array of astrological and psychological insights to accompany us on this quest of self-inquiry. Hey there. Welcome to this very powerful moment. Is it the end or is it the beginning? A total eclipse of the heart? A total solar eclipse of the heart? I don't know. Let's dive in to find out. So, how have you been? Oh, okay, yeah, me too. Me too. Deep breath, deep breath. And welcome to this climactic new moon, total solar eclipse in Aries. We've come so far, having worked through this relational access on a very deep level. Whether you are and have been conscious of this process or not, it most likely hasn't been an easy few weeks. Poignant, provocative, even perhaps alchemical, but easy? Definitely not. Threads of heartstrings are being pulled from their roots, igniting a rebirth in all of your relations. This Aries new moon is calling you to attention, especially around one of the most significant relationships in your life, the one you have with yourself. Our self is a complex universe that exists within those four letters so easily spoken. But what does it really mean to be a self? And what is required to know thyself? Please do not look up this word in the thesaurus unless you wish to be completely led astray, the word being self. Okay, fine, do it, but do it as an exercise in recognizing the immense limitations the English language has in describing reality. Supposedly, self is akin to ego, as well as spirit, and can also mean soul, as well as innermost feelings. So no wonder we are so confused. And perhaps we can go on a deeper dive with those words and what they actually mean at a later time. For now, let's come back to you and what this moment is asking of you specifically. We began this journey 2 weeks ago with the lunar full moon eclipse in Libra. Libra, just as Aries, lives in two places in your birth chart. First is the foundation of your 7th house, and also whatever other house or houses it may occupy according to your time of birth. During this initiatory threshold crossing we've been navigating together, you are first asked to, at a minimum, assess the health of your relationships and who you've been being within those relationships. Many of you will have had realizations of a deep body of work coming to the surface that includes clearing aspects of your past or working with your past to help you understand the present. Others of you will have had to make some very challenging decisions in creating boundary or severing those relationships which have been destructive or harmful in some capacity. Then Mercury went retrograde. You may find yourself in a powerfully reflective soup of retrospection that continues to take you further into your process around what it means to relate in general during this time. Mercury is in Aries, and Aries, as we will now discuss, is the most independent sign of the zodiac. Aries, fire sign, ruled by Mars, also rules your first house of identity, as well as any other houses it may express through based on your chart. Right now we have Venus, which represents your values, relationships, aesthetics, sense, feminine qualities, etc. Moon, your emotional security, moods, inner compass, intuition. North Node, your future, destiny, invitation, calling, unexplored terrain. The Sun, your will, purpose, vitality, your university, the illumination of your chart. And Chiron, your inner mentor, healer, mystic, wound. And Mercury retrograde, reflection upon your thoughts, perspectives, means of communication, and tone of articulation, all traveling through Aries. This is not just any solar eclipse. It is a total solar eclipse, and adding Mercury retrograde and Chiron into the mix with Venus as witness adds even more fuel to this supercharged moment. So here we find ourselves eclipsed. When the moon passes directly between the earth and sun, darkness befalls the land during the daytime. If you're outside observing this, I hope that you listen or listened to your animal allies. They know deeply and instinctively that change is literally in the air. The eclipse is conjunct Chiron, which will inevitably invoke a healing within you. And I say healing, think of, someone who has third-degree burns and they're healing. It's still painful. I'm not saying this is going to be that way, but it is in Aries, and it is hot. So perhaps clearing the path, this healing, is clearing the path for your clarity to emerge in some way. With Mercury retrograde as well, the eclipse may ignite a new perspective on your past and encourage you to clear up what still remains unresolved. You have until Mercury goes direct, I believe it's April 25th, to do this work. But a total solar eclipse such as this one can help you with a swift and mighty kick. All relationships live and breathe in our bodies, our minds, and hearts. If you are alive, you are in relationship. The question is, who are you being in relationship to life, with others, and with yourself? Who you are within the inner planes is the truest form of you through and through. The stories you tell yourself day in and day out, unconsciously or otherwise, may arise into view as Mercury retrograde and Chiron work in tandem to help polish the mind of the tarnished and outdated negative talk in the subconscious. What you don't know that you don't know can hurt you, and through inner work, you can bring your shadow to the surface to be observed, assessed, analyzed, understood, surrendered, and eventually transformed. The impact of this eclipse shall ripple through your past and into your future simultaneously. Let it do what it must and stay open to the miracles that are birthed after the death of what must be left behind. All my best to you, and please receive the peace of my heart that lives inside these words. Blessings upon this total solar new moon eclipse in Aries.